Welcome back to Tactics Talk with Guido. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I do appreciate it. I am here on Malinovka in my T100 LT and a 357. I've got 3 Arty on each side, a couple scouts, and I'm a top tier, but I'm in a scout. Let's talk about teamwork in this game. Let's talk about being important to the win, even if you're not critical to the win. A lot of times the videos on YouTube show guys getting, 6, 7, 8,000 hit points, 7 kills, and they're one of the very obvious reasons why they won is that guy went ham and started destroying everything in sight. But what about those more pedestrian battles? How do you do that? How do you help your team win more than lose? How do you help your team win more than lose? So let's talk about that a little bit. We're on Malinovka, and we're going to do that specifically as a scout for this episode. I'm going to run up here to this spotting bush, and I'm going to stick my nose in here and see what I can find. One thing I don't like about this is this 100 LT is so long that it is possible for it to get spotted. This is an interesting spot, and I've featured this in my videos several times. These 2 bushes right here, just the way they're built, seem to cover up quite a bit of your tank, even though the rear end, your ass, is hanging out right here. But because the 100 LT is so long and relatively large, I am going to be very careful about this spot. I'm not going to hang out here too long, but I will get my binocs going. You'll notice I do use binocs, and this is exactly why I use them right here. Once they start cooking, you really get a lot of spots in here. It does limit your offensive capability. You don't have optics unless you're going to run optics with it, unless you're not going to run a rammer, which I am running. So there are more offensive setups, but this is a good example, this map. So I see the LT, the 40 LT do that, and I'm going to get out of the way, and I just kind of fall back to this bush right here. So I was starting to get nervous, that one up there. I just felt like I was going to end up getting spotted if he got up there. The good news is that we've got that T49 kind of messing around with him, so he's not able to get right up in that bush and start looking around. I'm just going to hang out here for now. Now, this team is extremely campy. We've been pushed on the corner right there. Everybody's hanging out. I think possibly some of them were taking shots off my spots, and I've discussed that in the past. Sometimes your success in spotting hurts your team a little bit because they're futzing around shooting at them. Now I'm going to take that opportunity to take out that 42. Now, I would have been spotted for sure if I had a shot from this bush up here, but down lower in here, first of all, I'm protected from getting shot mostly from any of these guys over here. Obviously, Arty can lob in here all day long. But I was a little bit further back and felt like I could probably take that shot and not get spotted. And I took the opportunity there to take him down because he was a one-shot. Might as well get him off the roster. And now I'm a bit worried because I can tell that we are late to the hill. Excuse me, late to the hill, and they're going to own that hill. Plus, we've got these guys hanging out down on the corner in the southwest, and they're a problem. So it's time for me to get on my horse and go do something different. One thing about being top tier now as a scout, especially in a 357, is you have to contribute. Both damage and spotting. You can't just sit around being passive all day. You have to get something done. So I'm going to shift over to this promontory, which is another good spotting position. It's also got shots up on the top if they're unwise. So I'll get up here. What I really want to do is shoot that WZ. I was hoping he would start poking around again. T49 whacks the Scorp G. And now I'm sitting down here. I'm going to have to shift a little bit here pretty soon. That guy's behind a building. That's who I wanted to try to shoot, but he's well back there. My rear end is sticking out, so I'm going to come in here, shift around. Now I've got a Patton pushing down, so I'm a little bit worried about him. Right into the dirt. Took a bit of a chance that I wasn't going to get spotted, but based on where everything was, I was pretty sure I could shoot here, no problem. And now, since I'm kind of surrounded and my team is all in a corner, you can see that I just have to spin my camera and turn it around looking for shots. Oh, there's Yudes. Might have been worth just poking a shot in there. Maybe I do, actually. There you go. I might have hit him. I'd have to look at the replay there. So So we've got this Patton here. Didn't penetrate him. Naturally I tracked him, but didn't hurt him. Standard. There we go. So I'm at 1800 spotting. We're doing okay. Not fantastic. I've got about 163 damage. And I'm just going to sit here looking for shots of opportunity. There we go. He takes a hit. And pretty soon I'm going to push up onto that ramp over here. What we need to do is we need to whittle these guys down a little bit right here, because they can come boiling off that hill, sweep these two up, and then it's pretty much over. And they should have done that a long time ago, but they're very timid, so they don't do it. And that is to our advantage. Can't quite get a shot on that Patton. But looking at the setup, I'm pretty confident that there's really nothing over here on this middle, around the D4-5 area or C4-5 area. In fact, had there been, this guy over here, this bulldog would have been getting torn up more than likely. I want to go low. The problem with that right now, though, is if I get spotted by one of these guys, I'm not sure where they are. If they've moved up any, they probably haven't, but they might have. I might get spotted if I attempt to go through this low area right here. Again, just being patient right now. 2500 spotting. T10 gets lit. I keep looking backwards because I'm just really curious where these guys are back there. Now, this game ends pretty quickly if any of these guys do any kind of hard push. But they just don't do it, and down he goes with the 212. There we go. Got a 50B over there now, and he gets pushed, or hit, sorry. So I see him come down, and that's an opportunity. So it looks like maybe some of them have come off the hill. Our guys down the bottom of the hill are tearing them up, so I'm going to get up here and see what I can do about facilitating some more damage. 2500 spotting. Let's see what we can find up here. We'll come up over this hill. Oh, look at this. Hi, guys. 50B. Now this is a bit of a pickle right here, because there goes him, but now I've got this T62A who's going to come down. I really don't have a lot of support. I wanted to track him. I figure, you know what, let's just get out of here. Oh, holy cow, I got another guy on me. Fortunate to bounce, and I knew I had some snipers back there helping me, so now I'm just trying to get away from this T62A. Getting up high there was not my plan. I dropped down low, which forces him to come up and over potentially. He gets another shot on me. Oh, somebody else hits me. But I get up and over, and down he goes. Trying to not get killed by the Uds. I think another shot comes in here eventually. Snap a shot at the RHM. And now it's time to get active. So we've cleared that flank, but we need to find these guys that are down here tearing up our guys. Tearing up these guys down here. And we'll go back. 3,700 spotting, 1,300 done. I'm going to add to my total on the damage done here, I think, a little bit. But this is largely cleanup time as we've finally broken this open. Well, you see, with some patience and then getting active at the right time, we're able to turn what was a pretty bad situation, turn it around and make it work out for us. There are 3 artillery, so we really need to be a little bit careful about that. The T-30 is probably all the way over on our cap, but the Uds is, you'll find out he's actually in the middle still. And he can be very invisible. Put a shot on him. I think somebody kills him while he's tracked. Nope, I kill him. Somebody did kill him while I was tracked. Take a shot. I track him too. So that's 2 shots on artillery that were tracks. Incredible. It almost makes you feel like the game's rigged. All right, 1,700 done, 3,700 spotting. It's about 5,400 or so, math in public. Facilitated damage is what I call it. So either you did it or you helped somebody else do it. Now there's the Udes. We knew he was hanging out right there. We'll thump him. He gets hammered. Hit again. One more for me. A little fire. A little fire. And we're down to 2,300 damage, or up to 2,300 damage. 3,759. I believe the damage is actually a little bit higher. Maybe not. In any event, that's 6,000 damage facilitated. So through a combination of active scouting, passive scouting in at least 2 different positions, and then towards the end, getting out in front, helping spot things, helping clean up the battle. So there's a good example of a good game, but not an amazing game, which is important to the win, but not absolutely crucial or critical. Although there are probably points where individually I helped push it towards the win, I wouldn't say that I was the only reason for the win. For example, when I helped get rid of the 50B, the 5100, and the T62, that was pretty important once we knocked those 3 out. Before that, I hadn't done a whole bunch. But it's just one of those things where staying alive, continuing to make good decisions, and teamwork. Be a part of the team, help contribute to the battle as long as you can. Use your tank to its strengths, and your win rate will increase. All right, guys, hope you like what you saw. Hope you enjoyed yourself. As always, we will see you.